Finally. Finally! TSR Sports is back live on YouTube. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Atlanta Hawks fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where I'll be doing a live play-by-play interactive scoreboard. Chat, have some fun, talk Spurs trades, talk the Spurs season, talk about Dejounte Murray if you want, and hopefully have some fun tonight. It's been a hot minute since I've live streamed, but I saw this game on the schedule. Like, you know what? I want to watch this game. I want to call this game. I want to talk to you guys about it and how you feel about the direction of the team. I got to say, I did catch the second half and the double overtime of the Pistons and Spurs game last night, and props to both teams for being in the bottom of the NBA, but yet fighting hard last night and trying to get a win. The Spurs roster was very depleted last night, and we had career games from Malachi Branham, Devontae Graham, Zach Collins. So it was fun to watch. And, the team tankathons will be happy. The Spurs lost, and with that loss, they're now the second worst team in the NBA. Only Houston Rockets are worse by one game. So the Spurs, all signs pointing to we might finish as the worst team in the NBA. We'll see. Good evening, Spur of the Moment. Jake from State Farm. I'm not cheering for Philly at all. I mean, while the Eagles might be number one to me in some respects, I'll be cheering for KC very much. I really don't want to see Kansas City in the Super Bowl again either. It is what it is, and I'm not cheering for an NFC East rival. So there's no way. If they win, I'm not going to be upset about it, and I got to give credit where credit is due. Jalen Hurts has proved a lot of people wrong. I never really gave an opinion on him, so whatever. But a lot of people said he's not going to be a good quarterback, and holy crap. He's in a Super Bowl now. It's what, third year? AJ, good evening. Beantown Breakdown, good evening. I saw you put up a video that I want to watch at some point. Probably listen to more as a podcast style. You know the one, but hope you're doing good, Bobby. Zach, good evening. Toby, Jose, the draft lottery draw. See, I don't have cable right now, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's the biggest issue I'm running to. I'd like to. It's a short stream. It's like 15 minutes. At the very least, I would do a reaction for that, finding out where the Spurs picked. Obviously, we all hope they pick first, no worse than second. And this is a big year for the Spurs with the draft. If they don't get a top two pick, the players, it's 3, 4, 5, I'm sure all going to be very good. Maybe it could be a franchise player, but the guys that really look like franchise players are Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. Wembanyama, the consensus number one overall pick. I would be ecstatic if we drafted him. My biggest concern, much like a lot of your Spurs fans, is his injury history. He's like 7'6", and he weighs less than I do, I think. So that does concern me. And if he becomes oh my gosh, if he has an injury, I'll tell you guys what my gosh in a second. If he has an injury-laden career, which I hope he doesn't, just look at Chet Holmgren from last year, out for the season. Tall, lanky guy. It could be a Buster-Rooney pick. If he stays healthy, then you might have the next Giannis Antetokounmpo or whoever, or you'll have the first Victor Wembanyama. I said, oh gosh, I don't know how many of you are watching the games on the NBA Pass, but they keep looping the same Nissan commercial over and over for like 2 minutes. I don't know what's going on. It's great to be back. Boo Boo's a cat says, go Spurs, go, of course. Absolutely, Mr. Z. Zach, I had a good day. I want to drop this in the chat right now. If you guys are interested, that's totally cool. You guys know I'm doing the gaming channel on the side, but that is very PG-13 to R-rated. It's not for everybody here, so I'm not going to promote that channel. I've already put it out there. Those who are interested went to it. It's not really doing much, but it's its first month. But something I did start another YouTube channel today, a fourth channel. I'm trying different things, and these other channels aren't really taking up too much free time. But I thought about what's something that I've loved my whole life. Obviously, the San Antonio Spurs, New York Giants, etc., music. There's something I've loved even longer, and I can't believe I never made a channel for it. And today, and I'll drop the link right here, I started an Incredible Hulk channel. I have been an Incredible Hulk fan since I was 2 years old, watching the TV show with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I'm like, how do I have a Hulk channel? So right now I'm just putting up short movie clips, yanking clips from the Avengers. I'll be doing stuff from the TV show, from the 2003 movie to 2008 movie. Maybe put some comic book stuff up on there. But I was like, this is something that I've loved my whole life and have spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on, because these comics aren't cheap, especially the ones from the 60s. And it's something I'm passionate about, and I put 2 videos up today. I had a lot of fun doing it because I could watch Hulk clips all day long. So that's just something I'm doing on the side. If it becomes something great, if it doesn't, whatever. But it was a good day. Dish Network is negotiating a new contract with my local Fox channel, so I can't. What? Phil, can you at least watch the game on over the air HD? Can you pull Fox in over the air? That's usually how I watch football on the Sundays. On Sundays, just CBS or Fox over the air. I can't get ABC where I live, which is the you guys were asking me about covering the draft. It's on ABC. I can't watch it. That being said, I have a friend that's close by that has ABC. He might be up for hanging out and having me do the draft or at least get reactions. I mean, if the Spurs pick first overall, it's a 5 minute video. What's to go with the Hornets first rounder? We are going to lose that. It's going to roll over next year. I think it still rolls over into a lottery protected pick. I don't know the exact parameters, but I know if they finished, I think it was like 14th or worse, and they're going to finish in the bottom five in the NBA. So we are not getting the Hornets pick in this draft. No way. They're just as bad as we are. Not happening. I know you have a Freddy hen, but yes, I have two pairs of Hulk fists. I have the bigger ones and then the little ones that are just fists. They're not in a place where I can get to them. But yes, I do have Hulk hands. And anybody coming in, the link in the channel there, the link in the chat. I started an Incredible Hulk channel. It's called Hulk Smash Puny YouTube. I love the Hulk. It's what got me into comic books, got me into, probably kept me out of trouble. I don't know. ABC Disney has blocked over their channel despite being, really? Wow. Maybe that's why I'm not getting ABC over there, Zach. Because some websites say I should be able to pull it in, and I don't get anything. Damn. The Hornets pick will roll for next year, but it'll be unprotected. All right, Jose, I did not know that. Stronger, Hulk or Abomination? Roy. So on paper, the Abomination is stronger than the Incredible Hulk. However, the Abomination strength has a limit, whereas the Incredible Hulk, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. So most fights between the Hulk and the Abomination in the comics, much like you've seen in the movie, if you did watch the Ed Norton movie, the Abomination wins usually at the start, but the Hulk gets madder, and then his strength eventually eclipses the Abomination, and then he lays a smackdown on him. Both characters are listed in the 100-ton strength limit in the Marvel Universe, which means they can lift about 100 tons. Thanks for asking. As you can see, being a Hulk nerd, I could probably talk Hulk all day, and I'm excited about the channel. I don't think I don't know, maybe it'll go somewhere, maybe it won't. I tried searching for Incredible Hulk channels on YouTube, and I really couldn't find anything. I found a million movie clips, but I couldn't really find, I'm sure they're out there. I found one channel dedicated to the late 70s, early 80s TV show, but maybe I could find a nice niche. And he's got hundreds of thousands of fans, maybe millions. Veronica! I hope we beat Dejounte too, and congratulations to Veronica. She is the biggest Dougie McDermott fan I know, and he did not get traded. Unfortunately, Veronica, if you didn't know, he did hurt Achilles last night. Somebody landed on his foot. He will not be playing tonight. However, I do believe Kellen Johnson, Trey Jones will be back, and Jeremy Sohan was listed as questionable. We got to hope a lot of our guys come back because the rosters, a lot of our guys got to be tired last night. We had quite a few players put in some heavy minutes due to the double O team. I have not watched She-Hulk, Lucas. Surprisingly, I have not, and that's something maybe I could do on the Incredible Hulk channel, is do reactions to the She-Hulk series. Movie reactions, TV reactions seem to be pretty popular right now, and I honestly have not seen it. It's like, 8 episodes? They're only a half hour each, so they'd be very short reactions to do. That would be additional content for the channel, and who knows, it'd be good or bad if I hate it. So right at the moment, I'm excited too. It's really the next draft is going to make or break next season. If we draft first or second, we're good. If we draft fourth or, God forbid, fifth, then can we draft worse than fifth if we're the second worst team in the NBA? I know there's some rules there. I forget how they work. That's awesome, Dak. Hopefully you have fun. Devin, good evening to you. Why is the Hulk size growing with the new movies? Does his size grow? No. His size grew in the 2003 movie with by Ang Lee. I don't think his size has grown with the Mark Ruffalo version of him in the comic. No, he's 7 foot, 1,000 pounds. That doesn't change. Mr. Z with the super chat with $5.20. I just want to say RIP to the OG Spurs fan, Tony Z. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't know Tony Z. Was he a broadcaster? The name doesn't sound familiar, but rest in peace to him. Thank you for the super chat. Always sad to see a Spurs fan lost. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Clint Capella, Dejounte Murray, and Trae Young are the starters for the Atlanta Hawks. I just saw Jeremy Sohan on the floor, so he is likely starting for the Spurs. While I was talking to you guys, I missed who the Spurs starting lineup is. I'll catch it in just a moment, I'm sure. Really, Mark? Ooh, I don't want to drop the 6. That would be a nightmare. Paco Vision, I actually did a video on that yesterday. If you go to the San Antonio Spurs list on the main page, it's the newest video. I break down all the picks coming up over the next 6 drafts from 2023 to 2028. I do see Jeremy Sohan on the floor. I gotta imagine Zach Collins is starting. Yep, that looks like Zach. Who else we got there? Kelvin Johnson, Trey Jones, and I can't see who the 5th starter is. When I know, I'll let you know. Oh my gosh, I'm so rusty. Got to start the game clock. My bad. Malachi Branham getting the start. Who career night last night. First pull-up jumper by Dejounte Murray is no good. Suck it, Dejounte. I'm just kidding. Any Hawks fans, thank you for being here as well. It is Spurs ball. Malachi Branham, by the way, 3 out of the last 5 games, he set a career high each time. Kelvin Johnson drives to the paint, throws it up, no good. He is fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. 2 shots. Fouls on Dejounte Murray, by the way. Good evening, Asia, babe. Oh, Mr. Z, I'm sorry. May you rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers out to your family. Jeez, I had no idea that was relative. First free throw was good for Kelvin. I'd like to get a win tonight. Right now, the Spurs are tied for their 2nd longest losing streak in team history at 11. They tied it with either last year's team or it might actually be this year's team too. I don't know. I don't really want to drop to 12 in a row, especially against Dejounte, so we'll see. Pull-up jumper by DeAndre Hunter is good. We got a tied game, 2-0. I hope you're all excited for the Super Bowl tomorrow. I know I am going to spend it with family, watching the game, having a bud. Jeremy Sohan in the paint, wheels around and throws down a thunder dunk of justice. Right around his man and boom, shakalaka. I might be loud tonight. It's been almost a month since I've live streamed, so I've got a lot of pent up, Spurs passion in me. Murray with the jumper in the paint. No good. Dejounte Murray starting the game 0 for 2. That's what I like to see. Suck it, DJ. Suck it. Suck it. Traitor. Just kidding. I had to get that out for some of the comments he's been making. It's out of my system. I'm good. Wish him best. Jeremy Sohan for 3. Welcome back. Jay, yes, you don't mess with the Sohan. All right. That's a good start. Trae Young drives. Lob. Ooh. And a big dunk by Clint Capella on the other end. 7-4, 10.5 minutes to go. Spurs up by 3. Okie dokie. Jeremy Sohan with the ball again. Nice bounce pass to Zach Collins. Collins with the reverse layup. Good. Spurs up 9-4. Westbrook. I don't want Russell Westbrook. Oh, I'm sorry, Asia. Thoughts and prayers to mom. Hopefully she'll be okay. Gosh, a lot of family stuff happening in the chat. Hopefully, you guys know I am. We have a drive and a turnover. Spurs ball. Get over to Kelvin. Kelvin with the 3-point attempt. It is no good, and his 3-point shooting has been poop the last few months. I think he's down to 32 or 33% for the year. Just his 3-point shot has disappeared on him. Drive by DeAndre Hunter, the basket, and 1. Chance for a 3-point play as the Hawks bring it from to 6-9. I'm not trying to hate on Kelvin, guys, but man, his 3-point shooting. Oh, I forgot to put my Spurs jerseys up. Oh, well. It's been a while since I streamed. You'll see the Expendables behind me. I thought something was different. Rusty. Kelvin, his 3-point shooting, though, has been really, really off. Like, bad. Kelvin with the ball right now. Gets to the Sohan. Crossover drives. Throws it up. And in. Jeremy Sohan with 7 points in the first 2.5 minutes. On this Charlotte. Thank you, Velo. There's information on the Charlotte pick right there in the chat. Trae Young. Over to John Collins. Collins now gets it over to DeAndre Hunter. Back to Collins in the post. Collins turnaround jumper. And in and out burger. Trey Jones will bring it up to 4 for San Antonio. 3 minutes down. Spurs up 11-6. So post guarded by Dejounte Murray. Gets around him. Throws it up. No good. And that was blocked too. No. Hawks on the run. Murray takes into the paint, misses the shot. The putback is good. That was Hunter again. DeAndre Hunter off to a good start, 11-8. No, that was Clint Capella. My apologies, Clint Capella with the putback. Thank you, Veronica. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. And as always, go Spurs, go! And that's a turnover for the Spurs. I think Collins got a piece of Murray's shot. Murray's starting the game 0 for 3. I did see that Asia. Brian Dable, Coach of the Year. I think we expected that to happen, and it did. Dominic Barlow checking in already for the Spurs. I believe Dominic is 19. He is 6'9", 215 pounds out of Brighton Academy in Maine, and that's a whoops. That's a me not hitting the game clock. The turnover for the Hawks. Spurs on the run. Kelvin takes into the paint. Layup good. Spurs up 13-8. Yes, Brian Dable, absolutely Coach of the Year, though. Favorite to win the NBA championship. Strong move by John Collins in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. Good. 13-10. Geez, I don't know. I don't really trust any teams right now. Brandon for three. No good. Andre Hunter with a rebound in his Hawks ball. 13-10. I want to pull up Kelvin on the next break and his three-point shooting just to back up my statement that his three-point shooting has been not good. Just to give you, talk about what he's a split over the months where he's been at. There's an open three. And from the sideline, it's no good for John Collins. Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up under 8 minutes to go. And the ball's going to go flying out of bounds, and that is another turnover for our San Antonio Spurs. Devontae Graham, AJ, really impressed me. Yes, Jose, the Giants really did turn it around fast. Daniel Jones looking like a starting NFL quarterback when there was a question mark on that. Healthy Saquon Barkley, and then just having the right coaching staff in place. You guys know, you guys give me crap all the time. Since I've started this channel in 2019, the Giants have been bad, bad, and bad. Now they finally are starting to turn a corner. Hopefully our Spurs follow suit next year. By the way, that's a foul. DeAndre Hunter on the line at the line for two. Goes around the rim and in. Yeah, Veronica, Kelvin and his makes, or Kelvin and his mistakes? Kelvin last 10 games, 28% from three. Oh, boy. That free throw's no good. Clint Capella with the offensive rebound. Something you don't want to give teams is an extra chance on a missed free throw. And then the recipient of an alley dunk is said Clint Capella. We have a tied game 13-0. Zach, I wouldn't disagree with that. Oh, you didn't mean mistakes. All right, Veronica. So you got mistake too, mistook, whatever. Kelvin thinks about a three, pulls it down, drives to the paint, goes for a huge dunk and blows it. Shook the rim, but nothing doing, no points. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. We have a wide open three for Hunter, and it is good. Hawks take the lead by 3. Pop's going to call timeout. And just like that, the Hawks have taken the lead. We have a small crowd tonight, but it's a good crowd, and it's been so long since I've streamed with you guys. I'm happy to anybody that stops by and hangs out for this game. It's been a while. So it was a lot of fun doing Spurs videos this week. There's not a lot of positive things to talk about when your team's lost 11 in a row and has a ton of injuries. So that's one of the reasons the Spurs content has lightened up a little bit. I want to talk more positive. I'm about to point out Kellen's poor shooting on the three-pointer. Let's take a look at his splits for this year. I think that's for the year he's shooting 33%, and he was shooting around 43%. Well, all right, I got a stat here. All right, so Kelvin Johnson. In the month of October, shot around 44% from beyond the arc. November, he shot 32%. In December, he shot 33%. In January, he shot 30%. And in February, he is shooting 13%. 2 of 15 in February. I don't know what's happened to his three-point shot because you look at his career, his career's been kind of a roller coaster when it comes to his three-point shooting. We know he can shoot the three. We know he can. He's done it. If I go back to his rookie year, granted, small sample size, he shot a ridiculous 59% from the arc. Did not expect him to repeat that. Was down a bit his next season, 33%. Then last season, he shot 40% from beyond the arc and started this year over 40%. But for whatever reason now, the three-point shooting has it's gone. And I can't explain it. It doesn't seem like he's getting some good looks at the hoop. The shots just are not going in, and they're not going in at all. Mr. Z with the super chat, he says, 420, guys. Let's get our Spurs $2 super chat. Is it 420? Wait, what? Not yet, but depending on what you're doing, I guess it could be at that time. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Calvin looks a little chunky. You think so? It looks about the same. Best three-point shooter of all time for the Spurs. Percentage-wise, do I know what that is? Is it? Probably gonna be somebody from the '80s that I'm not thinking of. I don't. It's not Manu. I know Sean Elliott was a good three-point shooter, but I don't think he has the highest three-point percentage. It's gonna be somebody that I should know off the top of my head, and it's if that's your question. I mean, who has the greatest three-point shot in Spurs history? Mr. Memorial Day Miracle, Sean Elliott. Oh, okay, okay, Mr. Oh, good. I was because when you said it, I was like, wait, there's only 4 minutes and 20 seconds left already. I was thinking Steve Kerr, Joshua, but did he? I mean, he didn't. Did he take enough shots with us? How long did Kerr play with us? Was it 3, 4, 5 years? I think there should be a prerequisite. That Kelvin drives to the paint, layup good. And Kelvin has been shooting better from 2-point land and doing a much better job finishing at the rim or finishing near the rim, getting to the line more. His free throw percentage is up. I just don't understand where his 3-point game has gone. Hopefully, it comes back before the end of the year. Because with him shooting poorly from the three, we have a lot to be desired in our floor spacing in our starting lineup right now. Nice spin move, layup, good by John Collins. Got right around Isaiah Slobey. Never had a chance. Pirtle, best. Illegal screen on the Spurs. That's another turnover. CB, what's going on? Feels I'm serving a sentence with the Spurs being poor or racking up losses. What it do? What it do? It's nice to hang out with you guys. I will be hanging out with friends immediately after the stream, so I do have plans tonight. But I wanted to do this game to see Dejounte against the Spurs, to talk to you guys, talk about the trades, talk about life. You know, it's been a long time since I've been live, and I thought this would be a great game to kind of come back and say what's up. Robert, we do have enough picks to make a team. Mars, good evening. Devontae Graham, impressed with his performance last night. You know, I was not thrilled with him coming to the team. I was like, eh. I didn't realize I think he had a career high against us with the Pelicans earlier in the year. Didn't he go off for like 30 against us? There's a lot of potential there. I don't like his shooting percentage for his career, which is below 40%. That just rubs me the wrong way. There's 2 free throws coming up for the Hawks, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. DeAndre Hunter at the line for 2. First free throw is good. Hawks up by 4. I did a video on all the picks. I was thinking of Dale Ellis, Joshua. Good pick on that. I was thinking Dale Ellis, but I didn't say because I don't think he played long enough for him to really qualify because he was a beast with was it the Bucks or the Sonics? It was one of the teams that are in green. But Dale Ellis was in my mind, so good pull. I was trying to think if Alvin Robertson was a good 3-point shooter. That was my '80s reference. Isaiah Slobey for 3, no good. Okay, Juancho, I did see average 18 points per game in his second season with Charlotte, I believe. So, I mean, the potential's there. If he can resurrect his career in San Antonio, hey, I'm all in. Murray kicks it out, and Bogdanovich for 3. Oh, I missed a point somewhere. It's 23-15. Crap. Patty Mills, yep. And Dominic Barrow in the paint throws it up off the glass. Good, 23-17. Dylan, if we're picking third or fourth, we can move up in the draft. The thing is, Murray's going to take a 3. In and out burger. Yes, we have the draft capital to try to move up. Turnover by the Spurs. Murray on a fast break gets into the paint and gets blocked from behind. Murray has missed every shot, and I love it. Kelvin drives, throws a high off the glass, and it's good, and the Spurs are down by 4. What the heck was I going to say? I got totally thrown off. If a team wins the first overall pick, do we really think they're going to trade down for a handful of second-round picks and protected first-round picks? Maybe not. Probably not. John Collins, turnaround hook shot. Good. Baby hook. Yes, Roby looked bad last night. He's probably my biggest disappointment as the newest Spur to join the roster this year. Devontae Graham is checking for San Antonio. Nice bounce pass to Barlow. Barlow almost loses it, gets it back out to Stanley Johnson. And they get over to Isaiah Roby, who travels. but he's been. I really thought Isaiah Roby was going to bring something to the team. I haven't talked about him possibly starting at power forward, or at the very least being our backup power forward, and he's just been has not gelled with the team whatsoever. And you see players like Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, their games improving throughout the season, and these are 19-year-old rookies, whereas Isaiah Roby's game is going in the reverse direction. There's an open three, no good for Dejounte Hunter. Spurs on the run. Speaking of Roby, he has the ball right now, drives into the paint, gets over to Stanley Johnson. Johnson hesitate, double pump, clutch, throws over to Dominic Barlow. Barlow flies into the paint, and going to call for a charge. Spurs fans since 77. Joe, that's the year I was born. Imagine leading a sorry team and making drafts and selling you in the chase for the chip. That would be something, Robert. By the way, somebody asked if there's a Mrs. TSR for Valentine's Day. There is not. Sad face. Cowboy X Factor, good evening. I thought Doug would get traded. Maybe the Spurs wanted a little too much for him, and teams didn't want to give up what the Spurs wanted, nor did they want to take on his $13 million contract. I got to think that's what happened with Dougie. No, for the moment, I don't think anybody's trading down. If you get the first overall pick, you're keeping that. Wembanyama is a franchise, possibly a superstar in the making if he can stay healthy. DeAndre Hunter drives into the paint and throws down a two-handed dunk, and our Spurs are down by 8. For those of you just coming in, quick announcement. I did start another YouTube channel today, just for fun. Another turnover by the Spurs. I started an Incredible Hulk channel. I've been an Incredible Hulk fan since I was 2 years old. That's 43 years, my friends. And how I didn't start a channel for him 3 years ago, 5 years ago, was beyond me. I was like, what's something that I would never get sick of doing videos on? Or watching and making videos of? Well, there's a channel. If you guys are Hulk fans, make sure you subscribe. I've already got 2 videos on there. Plan on putting a ton up next week. And it's so much fun watching Hulk clips and editing them and putting them on the channel. Hawks ball, by the way. And Isaiah Roby with the steal. I'll put some respect on his name. Drives down the court, almost loses it. Wheels it out to KDB to Devontae Graham for 3. And a timeout by Atlanta. Clint Capella. I think he's a good player. I certainly would be fine with him as our starting center. Great rebounder. Josh, yes. So since we're going into timeout, yes, you're right. I do Cowboy X Factor. So on the Hulk channel, since we're going to be in a minute and a half timeout at the minimum, I'm going to have clips from the Avengers movies, the 2003 Eric Bana movie, the 2008 Ed Norton movie, the Incredible Hulk TV show, the Incredible Hulk TV movies, Hulk versus Thor, Hulk and Daredevil, or I got what are the names of the movies? The Return of the Incredible Hulk, the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and the Death of the Incredible Hulk. Yes, he died in the TV series. And then maybe some comic-related videos, maybe some ranking videos, etc. It just makes sense. And yes, I do have 4 channels, but the gaming channel is taking almost none of my time because I'm just recording clips on my Xbox and then adding a voiceover and uploading it. The tier videos take a little time, but I'm having fun. And the music channel, that's been around for a few years, so that's when I can get to it. Obviously, when there's time, I will do Spurs content, especially when there's trades. Look forward to covering the draft, but the Hulk has been my guy for 40 plus years. How could I not do a channel on him? And looking around YouTube, my friends, I didn't see a lot of Hulk channels. I found one dedicated to the TV show, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot out there. And I was like, maybe that could be my niche. I don't know. That's something I'll never get tired of talking about. You get me on the Hulk, and we can talk for hours. He's a Picola. What? No, we don't have Clint Capella. Robert, Clint Capella's on the Atlanta Hawks. Planet Hulk should have been a standalone movie big time. Combining that with the Thor Ragnarok movie was a giant mistake. The Planet Hulk World War Hulk storyline was an awesome read. It went over about a 2-year span, I believe, in the comics, and to just take that important storyline and just throw it into Thor Ragnarok, missed opportunity. There you go. Ron Jamba will be doing one at some point, Cowboy X Factor. Absolutely. Mr. Z, I'm a huge comic book guy. If you guys don't know this, I just did a count recently. I think I have 40 short boxes of comics and 12 long boxes, which that's like 5,500. There's 2 bedrooms full. I have been a comic fan and a Hulk fan my whole life. And if anybody wants to know, my number one's the Hulk. My number two is Spider-Man. My number three is Wolverine. What's up? Dan Locke's Common Sense. That's Selena Gomez. How you doing tonight, baby? How you doing? Doing good. Wouldn't mind her being my Valentine. Or any nice girl that's a sports fan. By the way, totally random. I'm not much of a runner, but last week I ran 7.5 miles, which is the longest I've ever run in one spot, and I just started running the first week of January, so getting in shape in 2023. That pull-up jumper is no good. Hawks get the rebound. Jalen Johnson with the ball. They wheel it around. Three-point shot is no good. And another rebound for the Hawks. A.J. Griffin with the miss. Trae Young with the ball right now. Drives to the paint. Throws up the runner. That is no good. Finally, Jeremy Sochan gets the rebound. The Hawks with multiple chances to make a bucket and didn't get it. The Spurs do give up a lot of second and third chance opportunities. Gorgie Zhang for three. No good. Hawks ball under 2 minutes to go. They were up 27-24. Trae Young won a mile-long three. That's the part of the game I don't like. Props to him for making the shot, but just running up 6 feet behind the three-point line and just launching a three. Sochan drives, throws it up high off the glass, and good. And Jeremy Sochan's got 9 points in the first quarter. Man, his game has developed so much this year. And now Devontae Graham with the steal. Spurs on the run, down 30-26, a minute and a half to go. KBD with the Euro step, throws it up and out of bounds. I don't know what KBD was trying to do there. KBD. Ed Norton. Nice. I got you, Joshua. I remember those cartoons. I should put the cartoon on there, too. I think Ed Norton was slotted to do another Hulk movie, and there was maybe he didn't like the script. Something happened. He just kind of fell apart, and that was it. Graham for three. Devontae Graham! Wow. Damn. Could he go for 30 again tonight? If he does, he would be such a massive steal from that trade. I mean, the Pelicans weren't using him, but still. That little jumper is good by A.J. Griffin, and it's 32-29. I could put the whole cartoon on the channel. Something I didn't mention earlier, I have not watched the She-Hulk series at all, so I could do a reaction to all the shows. Reaction videos for movies and TV shows seem to be kind of popular on YouTube. I've seen them come up a lot. So, Graham for three again. Nope. They're trying to go 2 for 1, so I get it. So that could be content for the channel. That'd give me reason to watch She-Hulk, but also I can, it's more content for the channel. Anyway, it is Hawks ball. There's about a 7-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. You are kidding the curve. Trae Young, double team now guarded by Gorgie Zhang. Throws it up and an alley-oop, and an alley-oop layup is no good by Onyeka Okongwu. Spurs ball. Sochan's going to bring it up the court, drives in the paint. Boom, shakalaka! There's like 1 second left. My clock reset. Sochan! Me too, Zach. Good evening, Grega. Creative differences. Good way to put it. Trae Young, three-pointer. Went in, no good. Doesn't count. It did go in, though. How about our Spurs? Fighting? I like it. Did he get that off? No. Not even close. It was a great shot. Jeremy Sochan with 11 points in the first quarter. My man. Man, that kid's game has developed so quickly this year. I'm shocked. I don't know what his ceiling is, but it's been going up throughout the season. I would rather listen to Rich give the play-by-play than actually. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Don. KD to the Suns. Are they the favorites in the Western Conference now with Kevin Durant? If everybody can stay healthy, because I believe he was missing some time with the Nets. But you got Durant. Chris Paul might be 100 years old, but he still can run a team. Devin Booker. Do they have enough firepower to be the best team in the West now? They're going to be tough to deal with. Yeah, Murray hasn't made. I don't think he's made a shot yet. He's becoming he is Veronica, as he should be. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kellen's still my favorite Spurs player, but Kellen, I've said this to you guys in a recent video. The video I did about Jeremy Lee being the steal of the draft. maybe a little clickbaity title, but maybe if he ends up becoming the best player in the draft, he would be at the number 9 spot. Anyway, we've seen Keldon Johnson develop over his 4 years with the Spurs. Maybe have regressed in some parts of his game this year, but overall, we've seen him grow each year. Devin Vassell, from year 1 to year 2 to year 3, we saw his game grow. Jeremy Sohan, we're seeing his game develop this year. And the great thing I love about him is he hasn't given an F about what people think. The one-handed free throws, it's helped his free throw shooting. He's doing it. His game. I can't speak enough praise, from running the point to defending multiple positions to being easily our best finisher at the rim. His 3-point shooting starting to come around a bit. I'm, you know, I read in scouting reports that I think he has a good work ethic, good head on his shoulders, and that'll take you a long way. And just watching his game from day one to where it is now, this is our starting power forward for the next decade or more. Branham was a solid pick too. Good evening, EJB. Watching Malachi Branham develop over this year. If you guys watched Malachi at the start of the year, he was very tentative when he was playing with the San Antonio Spurs, not the Austin Spurs, but tentative, reluctant to shoot, deferring, was just out there, throwing the ball around. Now he's not reluctant to shoot. He's taking shots. He's attacking the rim. Last night he went dunking a couple times at the heart of the defense, getting to the free throw line. Just seeing our young guys' games develop in one season has been one of the brightest spots as a San Antonio Spurs fan for me this season. The only one who hasn't hit that spot yet with Malachi and Jeremy is Blake Wesley, because he was on his way there, I think, but then that injury totally derailed him, and he's trying to get back on track. Now, the one problem for Blake Wesley is he might be losing a lot of minutes with Devontae Graham here. Pop might be running Trey Jones and Devontae Graham. That might be the 1-2 spot, 1-2 punch for point guard. Speaking of Trey Jones, he throws it up and in a little short jumper. I think that might be his first bucket of the game. At center, we're a little bit of a mess. I like Gorgui Dieng as our backup center. Not so much. It's Dejounte pull up in the paint, and I think that's Murray's first bucket as the Hawks retake the lead by 1. My clock is way behind. We'll get that fixed. He doesn't give it. Speaking of which, Sohan for 3, no good. Hawks ball. TSR will be a Spur in 24. If the Spurs get Wemby, the tickets are going to go fly up in price, Joshua. That shot's no good. Hawks get another offensive rebound. That pull-up jumper also no good. And Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Out to Devontae Graham. Graham for 3. Man, he's not afraid to shoot at a high volume, is he? Hawks ball. And we're going to have a foul. Jalen Johnson fouled in the paint, and he's going to go to the line for 2. And we'll get my clock correct right now. Trey Jones has been one of our best rebounders at times. Most NBA fans will be happy if the NBA brings back a basketball. I would be happy if a team came back to Seattle. The Seattle Supersonics were fun to watch in the 90s. Gary Payton and Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp was a freaking beast of a dunker in the 90s. If you don't know who Shawn Kemp is, look up his game highlights. Don't look up Shawn Kemp at the tail end of his career where he was overweight and he has like 1 million kids. And I'm not trolling. He actually has like 8 or 9 or 10 kids. I think he struggled with drugs too and just a lot of personal issues. Look up Seattle Supersonic Shawn Kemp. That man was one of the most vicious dunkers I've ever seen in my life. Just, wow. Joe Castles with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, "Go Spurs, go," from San Antonio, Texas. Where's our KBD? He's on the BBB bench. Aggressive, and I hope I haven't seen you guys say it, but I'm hoping you guys don't think I've bailed on the Spurs because I'm not doing as much content this season. Life has gotten busier and much busier. Sohan for 3. And I talked about this briefly in video, but the big thing that's changed for this year and some of last year from when I was really going hard on the channel, in 2020 and 21, is we were kind of on a lockdown in those 2 years. Life was different. Couldn't go to comic shows, wasn't hanging out with friends as much, and now I'm doing all that stuff again. Brandon takes 16 steps into the paint, misses the shot. Spurs get the ball back. Sohan with the ball, drives to the paint, throws it up. And we're going to have a late whistle. I think Jeremy Sohan's going to the line for 2. Supersonics is a cool name. I'm having fun tonight. This is fun. I don't know how many people are watching. I don't care. I'm glad for those of you that are here. And, if that's the attitude I should have, sometimes I bring up, oh, there's only 100 people watching. Whatever. Who cares? I want to focus on having fun on the channel. And that's why there's a little bit less Spurs content, too. They've signed with the one-handed free throw. Good. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this for Jeremy. 2 shots, but just, focus on the positive of the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan's scoring is up to 9.9 points per game. I think he was around, made them both. Is he like at 5 or 6 at the start of the year? He's shooting those one-handed free throws well, and you know what? If they keep going in, whatever. Right, AJ? He's been playing great. I missed a point on the Hawks somehow, 38-35, maybe a three-pointer. And Jalen Johnson gets into the paint, throws down a huge dunk of his own, 38-37. And Spurs are going to call a timeout. Jeremy's a huge positive. Thank you, Ozzy, but I am going to keep covering the Spurs. The live streams I'll do once in a while. Definitely want to do the next Spurs Hawks game when Dejounte comes to San Antonio. Maybe we'll try to fit a few other games here and there. Obviously, I love covering the trade stuff, drafts coming up, and we'll see what happens next year. I'd love to get a Mrs. TSR Sports right here. Not Selena Gomez. That's a Spurs fan, but it's tough. Connecticut, yeah, all the girls that swipe, I'm on dating apps. The girls that swipe right on me all live like 90 minutes away or more. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I've already done that. I dated a girl for 2.5 years when I lived in Virginia that lived in Maryland. It was a 90-minute long distance relationship. I wouldn't do that again. There were benefits to that because we didn't get sick of each other, and there was a lot of intimacy on those weekends, a ton. I'll leave it at that. So that was nice because you don't see somebody for 4 or 5 days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would not do long distance again. I want somebody that's 30 minutes or less, and I'm rambling. We're on a game break. I'll talk to the chat. Pittsburgh needs a new team. Needs an NBA team. Disagree. Agree to disagree. It is Toby. Jeremy Sohan's growth this year has been from where he started to a guy that couldn't shoot a free throw, couldn't shoot a three, wasn't really doing much on offense, to now our best lob threat, our best finisher at the rim, a legit threat at the 3-point, beyond the 3-point, in 3-point land, can hit his free throws now. I think since he switched that one-handed style, he's shooting over 80%. He's been really good. Richard, people can't deny the fact that NBA stole the basketball franchise out of Seattle all because of the aftermath that came from Hurricane Katrina. Was that part of it? You guys think that's why the team went to New Orleans? I wish they stayed in Seattle. Yes, Zach, it is very difficult. Don't want to do it again. So anyway, everybody's far away to finish that story. Far away, or what's really a roadblock for me is I'm 45, and I still see a lot of women in their 40s that want kids, as in brand new kids, like babies. I'm not criticizing that. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to be a first-time dad at 46, 47, or even a little older. That means when I go to the graduation, I'm going to be in my 60s. It also means I'm not retiring until I'm 65 or 70. Don't think so. I want more guys to punch DJ in the mouth accidentally. Ouch! I don't want that. Long distance tips. Communication is key. Talk every day, whether it's phone, text. Communication is very key. If you're going days without speaking to one another, that is really not good. Make sure you see each other on the weekend and have as much sex possible. I don't know. Trey Jones runs in the paint, runs right back out of the paint. Then we're going to have a kick ball. It'll be Spurs ball, 38-37, 9 minutes and change to go. Clint Capella, is he still in the game? I'm looking for the little blonde. Is he still doing that blonde thing? He is not in the game, I don't think. He's not in the game. Isaiah Roby, quick pull-up jumper, no good. Oh, Isaiah, I hope you turn everything around after the All-Star break. I had really high hopes for him as a waiver pick from OKC. Hawks ball, and that shot's rejected. Bogdanovich took him in the paint, and that ball got sent right back out. Roby with the ball. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones into Zach Collins. Collins, little jump hook off the front of the rim. And then Collins with a career-high 27 or 29 last night. I should say, in regards to that Pistons game last night. I talked about the Spurs' great night. Jalen Duren is going to have a good NBA career. He looked great last night. He uh, he can finish. Turnover for the Hawks Spurs ball. Jalen Duren was a player that I wanted originally. I'm happy with Sohan, but Duren looks legit. Trey Jones for three. No. Spurs get the offensive board. Malachi Branham with the ball. Over to Zach Collins. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Malachi Branham. Branham for three. And timeout Atlanta. Wave Isaiah. Duren did look good, aggressive. That was my first introduction to watching him, and I know a lot of people, Spurs fans on this channel, are like, he's just a dunker. Maybe. He's a damn good dunker. He's a good rebounder. He's a good shot blocker, and he was showing a little everything. Yes, he was shooting in the paint near the rim, but still, he for a 19-year-old rookie, he looked good last night. Sonics have to buy their name back. Wait, who owns their name? Romeo is injured again. The biggest thing stopping Romeo Langford from succeeding in the NBA is Romeo Langford's body. The dude cannot stay healthy. He showed us such promise at points this year, and now he's hurt again. And with Malachi Branham playing much better, with Devontae Graham being here, he might not get a spot back in the rotation. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Man, he really needs to prove to the Spurs and the NBA that he can stay healthy. And just being down again, I don't know how that's going to affect his NBA career moving forward. Graham looked great yesterday. Slug McDormand. You know what? I figured we'd keep one vet. I didn't think it would be Dougie. I thought he would really be able to help another team, but he's here. So I'm going to root for him. Unfortunately, he got injured last night, but he's really one of our few 3-point threats on this team. I guess now with Devontae Graham, we got Doug, we got Devontae, Devin, if and whenever comes back. But you look at the starting lineup of Jeremy Sohan, Kellen Johnson, Zach Collins. Well, Zach Collins can shoot the three, so actually that's a bump up over Jakob Poeltl. Then Trey Jones and I guess Malachi Branham are starting shooting guards. So actually, that's an improvement from where we've been recently. If Kellen get his 3-game back together, and if Trey Jones can get his 3-game back together too, because both Trey and Kellen were shooting the three much better at the start of the season than they are right now, respectively. It means everybody on the floor can hit the three. So actually, as I think about it, that could really help our spacing, something that we really struggle with a long stretch of the season. Should the NBA have a superstar limit? There should be an enforced cap, and I feel like it's a very loose cap. I mean, how are the Lakers not over it every year with their roster? And where New Orleans teams temporarily play? Yes. Okay, Player Guido. Okay. Man, if Russell Westbrook came here, I no. Reports say McDermott asked to stay and stay part of the rebuild. That's cool. I didn't see TLGS. I didn't see he got a multi-deal with. I did not know that. I knew he got picked up. I didn't know it was multiple years. Good for him. Carlos Cheater, ¿cómo está, mi hombre? How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, it's the winter, so we gotta maybe just getting lazy in my older age. Anyway, it is Hawks ball. Wide open three from the corner is an air ball from DeAndre Hunter. Air. Here, boy. Here, boy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a play-by-play for the Spurs, who are up by 6 with 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kellen drives in the paint, throws it up, misses the shot. John Collins with the rebound. Phil, that better not happen. Wow. That is a huge luxury tax bill, Zach. Trae Young for 3. So they're just paying it less. I feel like, okay, so you can hit with a luxury tax. If they have the money, they don't care. I'm a Yankees fan. How many years did they pay luxury taxes? That's a joke. Zach Collins in the paint, reverse traveled. Shoot. Rich Harden. Yeah, right? I'm the beard. Good evening, Machine 78. All right, Dylan, I will just for you. Is he on here? Oh, wait. I don't have him on here. I'll give you this. I don't have the game, but oh, I do have it. The game. Boop, boop. All right. If you ain't down with that, turn doors. All right. Another whistle. Oops, I just foul on Kelman. Malachi? Sweet Malachi. Bum, bum, bum. Never thought you'd be this good. So good. So good. That's actually a true statement. He's been much better than I thought he would be this year. Showing us that three-level scoring that he had in college. Trae Young, guarded by Dejounte Graham, blows right by him. Runner in the paint. Off the rim. No good. Out of bounds. Spurs ball. It's nice to see everybody. Joshua, yes. He might leave after this season. I got to think at LeBron's age, pushing 40, he wants one more ring at least. He probably wants at least two more. And the Lakers, I don't think, are the place to get it. He's going to go. He's going to want to go to a team that's built to win right now. And the Lakers with no draft picks, I don't think they have a bright future at the very moment. Nice drive and off the glass. Was that DeAndre Hunter? It was. DeAndre Hunter's been really owning the Spurs tonight. Halfway through the second quarter, Spurs up 43-42. Keldon with the ball, drives in the paint. Stops, pops. Good. $165 million luxury tax for the Warriors. That just seems that's stupid. Murray pull-up jumper. Dejounte is ice cold tonight. I think he's like 1 of 6 from the field. Not having a good game against his former team as it stands right now. Keldon, all sorts of out of control, into the paint. No good. Fouled. He is going to the line for 2 shots. All right, anyway. You got to work tonight, man? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hey, you got to stop by, though. Stop by, say hi, all that good stuff. Keldon at the line. First free throw is good. 46-42. Nope, maybe not. There we go. What's going to happen with the Pelicans pick? Anyone knows? Which pick? We didn't get any of their first-round picks. We got a whole bunch of second-round picks, didn't we? Jeremy Sons checked back in the game for the Spurs. His hair is starting to look like its natural color, though. You have to do something about that. The radio guy's behind on the scoreboard? Wow. That's another miss for Atlanta. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Dejounte Graham will bring up for the Spurs. I can't believe I'm ahead of the radio guy. Because I'm streaming this on my Roku. That's not the fact. Jeremy Sons with a not good pass. Turnover for the Spurs. Collins in the paint. Up and no good. Capella with a putback. I get confused for a second. Sorry. Appreciate any thumbs up you guys can hit on the channel, by the way. It does help the channel. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. As I was hitting that, the Spurs missed a 3. I'm not sure who took that. Spurs 5 of 13 from beyond the arc. The Hawks are 4 of 11. Hunter, pull-up jumper. Brick, no good. Fouled, going to the line for 2. Can the Ho train? Good evening. Can Zach Collins be a star? He would have to make a major leap in his offensive and defensive production to get to that point. I don't think that's in the cards for him. Can he be a solid starter in the NBA? Perhaps. At the very least, he's a solid backup. By the way, DeAndre Hunter at the line for 2. Hunter's definitely got to have double-digit points at this point. Dejounte Graham, yes, does have a very fast release. Extremely fast. What? Trade offers for Lamar Jackson. Shut the front door, really? Wow. I would be very surprised if he left the team. Keldon drives to the paint, throws it up high off the glass. It's good. 49-45. Smoke him if you got him. I don't think the Spurs are going to trade Keldon in. The Pistons are not trading Jalen Duren. Clint Capella loses the ball in the paint. Spurs ball. Jeremy Sohan brings it up over to Keldon. Drives the paint. And the layup is good. And one! He's hulking up after the shot. Speaking of the Incredible Hulk, I have a new Incredible Hulk channel. Yes, I'm going to promote it all night because last I checked, I only have one subscriber, so the YouTube algorithm's not going to be very kind to me. So if you're a Hulk fan, make sure you hit the link, hit the sub, and going to be just Hulk on there. Just the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. Kellen, 16 points already in 12 minutes. Free throw, bricked it. It's going to go out of bounds. Hawks ball. Graham is playing. I do not know how many points he has. Westbrook to the Bulls. I haven't heard that. 51-45, under 4 minutes to go. Joshua, I'm excited for the draft. That's not until June. It's a ways away. Ooh, Trae Young with the dish to Clint Capella. Capella throws it down with a tie. 51-47 with the two-handed dunk, if you didn't figure that out. Zach Collins open for three, takes the three, misses the three. DeAndre Hunter with the rebound. I might switch back to cable. I have fiber optic right now. I got a thing in the mail from Comcast. Another dunk in the paint for the Hawks. As Capella again, I think, and Pop's going to call a timeout. I got to make a decision this month because I need cable to watch the NBA playoffs. I needed to watch the lottery results. I needed to watch the million Walking Dead shows coming out. But my fiber optic is $45 a month, and Comcast, probably desperate to get customers, is sent me a thing in the mail for the same cable package I had before, and that would be $55 a month. And I'm like, it's still going to be high speed. Plus, it probably won't be as fast as what I have now, but $55 a month. I have to see what channels are going to be included in that, but I might have to go back to Xfinity for 2 years at the least because that's a really good deal. Charles Bassey, I think, is out with an injury right now. Castrate. I think he's I think I heard inactive at the start of the game. I don't know what the injury is. Bottle of champagne. Jonathan, it is a good deal. That's why I'm like, you know what? $55. That's kind of hard to say no. And granted, there's going to be a whole bunch of BS fees on top of it. Sports fee, the regional fee, where the fees will be about $15, so it'll end up being $70 a month, more than likely. But still, having cable, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can't get over there free. Aggressive, if I have cable, I would definitely stream draft night. You got that right. You could be right, though. YouTube TV, I could look into getting one of those. Ooh, Callen with the dish to Zach Collins, and he blew the dunk. Well, it got blocked, but still, dunk was no good. I might look into getting a TV service for free for a week just to do the draft, or I have a friend I can get together with. Dejounte Murray, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, a shot we saw him make many times with the Spurs. So in for three down the other way. No good. The Hawks have tied the game. YouTube 75 a month. Murray, runner, no good. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by KBD. Dang, dang, dong, 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 ding, 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 do, 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 do. John Collins is the one that, by the way, that blocked a two-handed dunk by Zach Collins. So one Collins rejecting another. Hawks ball, 2.5 minutes to go. It's a tied game right now. Trae Young drives baseline, and Jeremy Sohan with the steal. Carlos Jeter with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, my man. I will read that in just a moment after the Spurs possession. An alley-oop to Jeremy Sohan in the thunder dunk of justice. He says, Rich, thank you for coming back and for being here for us. You are doing a great job. We love you, big man. So many thanks. Go, Spurs, go. Let me do that better. Go, Spurs, go. Thank you for the super chat, Carlos. It's great to be back. It won't be on a regular basis, but you guys saw me back this week. I think I did 3 or 4 videos on the Spurs, so it's nice to be doing Spurs content again. John Collins pull-up jumper, good. Hopefully maybe we can start, and if the Spurs don't win, stay competitive like last night. Zach Collins with the 3, good! 56-53, Spurs up by a tree. Appreciate all the super chats by tonight. You guys have been really generous. Thank you. Trae Young getting double team. This is out to Hunter. Hunter one-on-one with Kellen. Drives baseline. Spins around, turnaround Jay. Off the glass. No good. We're going to have a whistle. Wemby does worry me. His size. He's got good length, but the girth worries me a little bit. I'd be happy with Scoot or Wemby, but I got to think if the Spurs are drafting first. Look at our team history. What has changed the franchise with a first overall pick? David Robinson, a big man. Tim Duncan, a big man. Could Victor Wembanyama join the very rich history of dominant big men in the San Antonio Spurs franchise? Maybe. My interest with Duran is Wemby is coming to the Association of Palachet and Kai Soto are going to need to be bodied. We have plenty of guard. Oh, how about some size? I see what you're saying. I don't think the Pistons are going to be trading Jalen Duran anytime soon. Why would they? I know there was a big trade with James Wiseman and like multiple teams and players, and it looks like that trade's going to fall through because of an injury. I think to Gary Payton Jr. Second, whatever, same thing, right? No. Kellman takes the ball into the paint, drives, throws it up over the defense, goes around the rim like a turd in the bowl, but then it goes in. Didn't need to describe that like that, but it is what it is. 1 minute to go. Trae Young, runner in the paint, swish. Not much defense in this game, but whatever. Devontae Graham brings it up for the Spurs, takes off, loses the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs. It kills good evening. He does look prone to injuries. He does. Scoot, the second coming of the Iceman Gervin. Ooh. Wouldn't mind that either. A 30 points per game type of point guard. Dominic Barlow in the paint gets rejected by Capella, gets the ball back, and loses it again. And finally, the ball's just rolling around on the ground. Now, finally, the Hawks get it. They're going to get it up to Trae Young. Young with the reverse layup. Good, and the Hawks have taken the lead. 39 seconds to go. The Hawks don't have any All-Stars? Trae Jones runner no good. Dominic Barlow with the putback. Got my trays confused for a second. And Trae Young will pick up the ball. There's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Spurs up by 1. Collins is a good player. He just never quite developed into that next level player that some people thought he would. Trae Young drives to the free throw line, pull-up jumper. Good. Hawks retake the lead. Back and forth game for sure. Calvin with the ball, sprinting up the court, drives into the paint. Throws it back out to Devontae Graham for 3, and he'll miss the end of half 3. That's a good first half. Spurs down by 1. 61-60. Spurs fighting hard, and that's all I ask, my friends. That's all I ask. I don't want to see them get blown away by 30, be game over at halftime. If they're going to lose, it is what it is. We're rebuilding, but fight like you are tonight. Don't let the other team win easily. Devontae Graham is playing. He just took the last shot of the half. Fortunately, missed it, Carlos. He's got a quick launch. If he could be a little bit more accurate with his shooting, man, he would be unstoppable. Or pull up some halftime statisticals for you guys. Breaking news. The U.S. shoots down another high-altitude object. Somebody shooting stuff at us? I don't want to talk politics or anything, but I don't like seeing breaking news that we're shooting stuff out of the sky. Hopefully everything's all right. All right, let's go to the scoreboard for this game. We'll talk about the Hawks first. For Atlanta, John Collins with 8 points, DeAndre Hunter with 17, Clint Capella with 12, Trae Young with 12 points and 10 assists. Jeez, he's already got a double-double. Dejounte Murray, first game against his former team, not playing particularly well. He's got 4 points on 2 of 10 shooting, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, no turnovers. Off the bench for the Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu with a donut. What's his first name? AJ Griffin, my apologies, with 2 points. Jalen Johnson with 3, and Bogdanovich with 3 as well for our San Antonio Spurs. Our starter, Zach Collins with 7 points. and 4 boards and 4 assists and 2 blocks and a steal. He's actually, except for the 3 turnovers, which I hate seeing from Zach, he's actually having a pretty darn good game. Jeremy Sohan tied for the lead with points with Keldon Johnson. He's got 18 on 7-11 shooting, 6 boards, 4 assists. He has a chance at a triple-double. Keldon Johnson, 7 of 10 from the field. He's got 18 points for the Spurs. Trey Jones with 2. He's got 6 rebounds and an assist. And then Malachi Branham, not really, shots aren't going for him tonight. He's only got 3 points and 1 of 5 shooting. Off the bench, the Spurs going with an 11-man rotation right now. What the truck and dagger? I don't know. Isaiah Roby with 0 on 0 of 3 shooting, plus 2 turnovers. Dominic Barlow with 4 points. Stanley Johnson with 2. And then we have the Zero brothers, KBD and Gorgie Zhang, both with a donut. And then Devontae Graham with 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting, all of his shots being 3-point attempts. He does also have 3 assists and no turnovers. It should be noted off the bench, Dominic Barlow also has 3 turnovers in only 8 minutes. That type of play is not going to get you minutes with the Spurs, a high turnover rate in a small amount of minutes. And that's one of the issues with Zach Collins this year is he can get very turnover prone or foul prone or both. Good game so far. First quarter, Atlanta outscored us 32-31. Second quarter was all tied up. Both teams scored 29. Let's get back to the chat and see what I missed. All right, rest of your power rated gone, but I'll catch you later. Get to the chopper! I don't know why that's in there, but it's awesome. I don't know why we're playing 11 guys tonight. Maybe because of the heavy minutes last night for some players. Pop's, giving some guys a little bit of rest. I hope Malachi goes off. He's been quiet so far. Brian Wright stockpiles draft picks like I stock reinforcements, occupying the shrine in Rohan and Lord of the Rings Risk. I don't know what that means. Lord of the Rings Risk is the board game, I presume. I have not played it, and I've played Risk maybe twice in my life. I don't remember a darn thing about it. Dominic sets the bar pretty low. Good evening, Dog Sheen. Ouch. Dominic sets the bar pretty low. I see what you did there. He's a young player. Very young, 19. So pick up the draft picks just to mess with Dejounte's mind. So I remind you of Kawhi. It's Dermot's out, Carlos. He hurt his ankle last night. He's out with an Achilles injury. I presume Doug McDermott will be out for a week or two, but no Dougie McBuckets tonight. DeJounte, it just could be going against his old team that's throwing DeJounte off. In the end, his team is up by a point, and that's all that matters in the end, is who has more points on the scoreboard at the end of the game. Sohan is averaging 10 per game now. With his 18 tonight, he's definitely over 10. He's a very fun prospect for our San Antonio Spurs, and quite honestly, exceeding all expectations at this point. I mean, just him starting was already a miracle because the Spurs, the last few years, did not start the lottery picks, i.e., Joshua Primo and Devin Vassell. Both. Did Devin go to the G League? I don't remember. He came off the bench, I believe. But Jeremy started day one. Started rough, but man, just getting better every week. Literally just looking at the score thing. Rich hasn't streamed again. I haven't, Michelob. My last one's been doing good, Andrew. Probably about a month. Life has changed a lot. For those of you that aren't aware, I've been much busier this year and the second half of last year. And I was thinking, and if I already told this and you heard it, my apologies. What's different now than when I was really, doing a lot of content for this channel and streaming every game in 2020 and 21? Well, the 1-9. The sickness that we've been dealing with the last few years. In 2020 and 21, I wasn't going to comic book shows. I wasn't hanging out with friends as much. Just wasn't going out, period, as much. Was in a lot. So streaming YouTube was a great way to, communicate with people and something to do while I couldn't really do much. But so much has changed in the last 8 months. Connecticut, everything's opened up. They don't have to wear a mask everywhere. I'm going to tons of comic book shows again, almost on every weekend. I've started gaming again too, which has changed things a lot for me. As I didn't game when I did this channel in 2020 and 21. I started gaming early last year, and it's been a way for me to reconnect with friends in Virginia, some friends in Massachusetts, and friends I have in Connecticut. And it's while I do like gaming, hanging out with my friends that way is a great alternative too. And so many things have changed over the last year that's why you're seeing less Spurs content. It's not that I don't follow the team. I'm still watching a lot of the games. I watched the second half and overtime of last night's game. I just, wasn't able to call the whole game. And I think moving forward, at least for this season, I'll just call games when I can. Admittedly, if the Spurs draft Victor Wembanyama, my interest will be at an all-time high. So I'll probably stream more games next year to be transparent. But I think a lot of people's interest will be an all-time high. Whereas right now, it's hard to want to make videos and talk about your team when they've lost, when they're losing, and sometimes losing bad, or call a game. And by the fourth quarter, it's like they're already down by 30. I it's tough. I still have the Spurs. I'm still watching them, but they've only been a losing squad since I started this channel, and I'm hoping that turns around soon. A huge bright spot, spur of the moment. Andrew, yes, I got the music. Actually, I have 4 YouTube channels. I got the music channel, which I really hope to start working on my Slaughter to Prevail cover of Baba Yaga Monday, because that's been in the works for a long time. I have the Spurs song that I do had the music to. That's a cover of DMX's Party Up in here. It was originally a short. I want to tour that into full length. Maybe I'll work on that Monday and just finish that. I don't share the music stuff on here much, but if it's a sports related song, I'm going to share it because this is a sports channel. So I do want to get the Spurs DMX song up. Maybe it can be about all the crazy draft picks we have. They're making me lose my mind because we have 100 picks. I think I might go that direction of the song. I've got the gaming channel, which is just me uploading clips of me gaming, adding some very inappropriate stuff to it. It's the channel banner says 69% immature, 31% offensive because I'm playing characters you may have seen on this channel before in the past, and I'm just going all out and being ridiculous. And then I started an Incredible Hulk channel today. I have been a Hulk fan since I was 2 years old. And I was like, you know what? I don't see a ton of channels completely dedicated to the Hulk. And right now I'm just putting up little clips of videos, which I love watching Hulk clips. I could watch it all day. So then just editing them is a ton of fun. Doesn't feel like work. I put a couple videos up today. And, it's going to be clips from the movies, the TV show, the TV movies. The comic books will enter the channel. Maybe some Hulk games. I have not watched the She-Hulk TV show, so maybe some reactions to that show will go up. I probably will do that. It's just something I've loved my whole life. And that's really my one first love is the Incredible Hulk. That's the oldest thing I can remember as a child liking at 2 years old. I was watching the Hulk TV show when I was 2 years old in 1979. Don't remember watching it really, but I know I was, and I got my first Hulk comic was from 1979 when I was 2 years old as well. So I'm pretty sure my mom bought that for me because I was watching the show. Streaming the trades, Andrew, I already did videos on the trades. I mean the draft. I'm probably gonna get cable back, and if I do, I will be able to stream the NBA draft, and I'll do the whole thing. I'll be rooting for the Spurs. I'll be rooting for Kaiso to get drafted again. Not looking good, to be honest. I mean, you never know. But who knows where the pick's at? Oh no, it's the chorus is already done on it. Spurs gonna make me lose my mind. Up that the Spurs gonna make me lose my. That's done, but I can definitely incorporate everything about our picks into the verses. I don't know what roll means. I have not watched any of the regular rolls yet, to be transparent. I want to save them all and watch it like as a movie. But there's so many now, I need to start watching them because I think I have like 2 hours worth to watch, and that's a lot. Ozzy, I will probably. There's only, what, 8 episodes? They're only, what, a half hour or less each? So doing a reaction on the Hulk channel, which I'm going to plug in here again. There's the Hulk channel. If anyone wants to subscribe. Remember when you stream a lot of games? Yeah. Well, the thing too, Carlos, is streaming the games takes a lot out of my voice. And I talk a lot at work. And I am a singer of sorts, more of a growler screamer. And it just, it's not a good combination. So that's part of it too. Nothing's happened specifically to Kai Soto. If he's going to get in the NBA, I think he needs to get into the G League. And the international play, I don't think is enough of a showcase right now for him to. The last I checked, he wasn't getting a ton of minutes. I've heard his minutes are up. I just think, I don't know, my gut's telling me that it might not happen this year, that he's got to get into the G League, develop there, play against other possible NBA players or future NBA players instead of constantly playing internationally. I think the ticket to him getting the NBA is get in the G League, just kill it in the G League, We've seen players in G League Ignite and then get drafted that way. But hey, maybe if he gets drafted, it'd be a great success story because a lot of people don't think he'll ever make the NBA. Paulo Bancaro's in the chat. Thank you, Joshua. I can use all the subs I could use on that Hulk channel because a brand new channel is really hard to grow. But in all sincerity, if you're an incredible Hulk fan, I do think you'll like the channel, not just because it's my channel, but because it's something I'm extremely passionate about. If I told you how much money I spent on Hulk comics, you would fall off your chair. I have spent a ridiculous amount. And hey, Slash, Hulk smash the like button. Thank you, Mr. Z. The Atlanta Hawks are at home. Did I see? No, I'm not, Jonathan. Appreciate it, Ozzy. I don't really want to ask you guys to subscribe to the gaming channel because it's the opposite of this channel. It's very borderline R rated and not going to be for everybody. And the characters I play they are offensive. It's not going to sugarcoat it. One of the characters heavily inspired by Andrew Dice Clay. But the Hulk channel is going to be like this channel. It's actually going to be G rated, except for maybe some light violence from the Marvel movies. But that's going to be very kid friendly, and I hope to have a lot of fun with it. And if it becomes something, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Dejounte Murray is playing. Yes, not playing pretty well. He's like 2 of 7 from the field, but he is playing. Oh, it does sound awesome, Joshua. I have started playing High on Life, Dylan. I haven't gotten very far on it. It's a funny game. The game with the little talking gun, right? The sci-fi gun. I have been playing that. That's been fun. I didn't know he signed a shoe deal with Puma. I mean, hey, I would take any shoe deal I could get right now. Believe me, I would love to TSR Sports on a shoe. Probably not going to happen. But good. Hey, props to him. That's awesome. Any type of deal you get, I mean, that's going to be it's exposure for him, but also probably gonna make a decent amount of cash off of that. I need to get quarter 3 up on the ready because I think it's right around the corner. I feel like I've been rambling for 15 minutes, so quarter 3 is going to be up. I think it's starting. I think it's starting after this commercial break. Adrian, yes, a little bit, yes. I don't think they're going to lose every game, but honestly, Paulo, I don't see us winning more than 20 games this year. We're what what's our record right now? 14-41. 27 games left. I can't see us winning more than 6, so that'd be 6-21. Just there's a lot of injuries we're dealing with. We're in complete rebuild. I think the Spurs team will finish around 20-62. Which did we finish 20-62 before the year we drafted Duncan, or were we 22-60? I don't remember. This would be the worst first team of this millennium, though. Oh, all right, Christian. I mean, here's the Hulk channel, and that's all I'll leave up there. The gaming channel might not be for everybody, so I'll just let that be. Who has the record for worst ever season? Was it like the 76ers? Didn't somebody win like only 9 games? Was the Sixers a while back? Like in the 2000s? After Allen Iverson? I don't remember. Zach Collins pull-up jumper. No good. Trae Young with the rebound. It is 61-60, and the third quarter is underway. I'm going to cover the Thompsons at some point, Darren. Definitely going to cover the Thompsons at some point because there is a legit shot we may end up drafting them. I think when the Spurs season ends, and yes, the Spurs season is going to end early April, that's when I'll start switching over to draft coverage because the draft isn't until June. So I don't want to really cover it too much now because it's still so far away. There was a miss on the Hawks and Wild Yap, and Jeremy Sen dishes to Kellen Johnson. Shot is no good, fouled, and Kellen is going to the line for 2. 2 shots. Oh, definitely doing that, Mr. Z. I'm going to have I have 6 more videos already queued up for the channel. I'll probably put up 2 tomorrow. I'm going to put up his fight against Thor. His second transformation in the movie where he punches that big worm creature in the face. Kellen's first free throw is good. Yes, there's going to be a ton of Hulk fights on there. That's content. You guys can tell how passionate I'm about it probably just from me talking. I can talk Hulk all day, every day. Kellen with 19 points. Dylan, and to anybody that plays the Avengers game, I heard they're pulling the servers down for that in like September. So at the end of March, they're giving us all the costumes for free. So if you ever want to play the Marvel Avengers game, starting on March 31st, that's the state of play it, and then just play the heck of it out of the summer. Dejounte Murray pull-up jumper good. One of the worst teams. No, we won't be one of the worst teams of all time. No. Malachi Branham, pull-up mid-range jumper off the rim, no good. Clint Capella with the rebound. Malachi taking the shots tonight, and that's not making the shots. Might be a little tired after last night's double OT loss to the Detroit Pistons. Trey baseline, pull-up jumper, no good. Malachi Branham with the rebound. Gets it up to Sohan. Sohan will get up to Trey Jones. Jones with the baseline runner, no good. Sohan with the offensive putback, good, and one! Sohan with 20 points. The 2012 Bobcats won 7 games. What? 7? They went 7-75? Bruce Banner. I think at some point the TV show changed his name to David Bruce Banner to acknowledge the comic book. But Bruce Banner is the Hulk's human. Trey Jones just hit a free throw and they took him. Wait. Oh, dang it. Not and one. The Jeremy Sohan free throw did not count. Or the shot did not count. Trey Jones was fouled before the putback. I'm very confused. I swear Jones just made both free throws and the scoreboard's not right, but maybe it is. I don't know. I was talking to you guys, looking back and forth. I got to focus for a second. 64-63, Spurs ball, Keldon Johnson. This is it off to Trey Jones. Trey Jones, one-on-one with Clint Capella, drives to the paint, and throws it into the hands of Trae Young. He's not on your team. Speaking of Young, drives in the paint, layup, good. I'll be back. Robert, that'll be on the channel. The Incredible Hulk, Carlos. Incredible Hulk only. Clips from the movies, the TV shows, the TV movies, the comics. Malachi Branham for 3, no good. Long rebound falls into the hands of Trey Jones. Gets it to Keldon Johnson. Johnson's going to drive at the rim. Little jumpers, an air ball. And Keldon is down. And up. Bruce Banner is his correct name. For those of you that don't know, the reason they changed it to David Matter because he thought Bruce wasn't a masculine enough name in the late 70s. DeAndre Hunter pull-up jumper, good. Think about that statement. Bruce wasn't a masculine enough name in the late 70s. Bruce Lee? Hello? Did they just totally forget that Bruce Lee, one of the greatest AWS kickers of all time? One of the greatest martial arts, maybe the greatest martial artist of all time? First name was Bruce? That's not manually enough? What the heck, CBS and Marvel were you thinking? Whatever. 67-64. Hawks up by 3. Dejounte Murray on three-point land. Pick and roll with Clint Capella. Back to Capella. Capella in the paint. Spins around, turn around, throws it out to John Collins. Collins will drive in the paint. He throws it up off the glass, goes around the rim, and in. And the Atlanta Hawks have just 69. The San Antonio Spurs. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go. 5-point game. Zach Collins over to Malachi Branham. Branham double team, finds a wide open Jeremy Sohan. He's going to take the 3. That was an air ball. That was an air ball. That was ugly. I don't like seeing that. Ooh, as ET would say, ouch. And 3-pointer down the other way by DeAndre Hunter is no good. Jeremy Sohan loses the defensive rebound out of bounds. And falls into the crowd and says, hi, how's it going? And it'll be Atlanta Hawks ball, 14 on the shot clock. Spurs team intentionally slacking off in the last minutes. Oh, I don't feel that way, but I don't know. 1990, Josh. I watched that too, and I do remember shedding a tear on that one as a little, I think I was like around 12 when that came out. And yeah, that one bothered me. That one, the Terminator did the into the lava. As a kid, that one got me too. I was like, no! Why are you cannot self-dominate? John Collins, jump hook in the paint, no good. Zach Collins loses the ball out of bounds. And the Spurs keep losing the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Hawks ball. Ah, KBD dang 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 up is in the game. I don't know why I do that to his name. I like KBD. Great role player. DeAndre Hunter pull up jumper swish. This Hawks got a 7 point lead. Pop's gonna call a timeout. No problem, Joshua. You're not. I haven't watched a spur of the moment. That's something else I've been talking about all night. My new Incredible Hulk YouTube channel. There's a link right there. I will probably do a reaction to the She-Hulk series because I haven't watched 1 minute of it. I've seen a little stills of the CGI, and the CGI don't look good. Oh boy! But otherwise, I haven't watched. No, I saw one clip. Something about the She-Hulk complaining. 'Cause it was being covered by a whole bunch of political channels, so I tuned in and then quickly tuned out. Something about her complaining about being harassed, or she's a woman, and I don't remember the whole thing. She was like really angry the whole scene. I think she was chastising Bruce about being angry, and in the meantime, she's like angry the whole scene. So it was weird. I don't know. I have seen that clip. It was like a 20-second clip. Otherwise, I've seen nothing. G'day, Cruz. Alex, it's good to be back. Thank you. All is well. From the land down under. Whoop, whoop. Now I got the song in my head. Come from a land down under. I forgot who sings it. Men at Work, maybe? Da-na-na, da-na-na. I don't know the lyrics. Everyone in panic mode over 3 bad seasons while Pistons, Hornets, Magic have sucked forever. Facts, Dylan. But you got to remember the Spurs fans aren't used to losing. I mean, even me as a Spurs fan for 33 years now, prior to these losing seasons, the only losing season I experienced was the year David Robinson missed 76 games, 96, 97, which led to the Tim Duncan draft pick. Aside from that, it always been winning. So this is odd territory for me too as a Spurs fan, and I guess what makes it easier for me maybe is being a Giants fan. We had sucked for a decade, so I'm used to one of my teams being terrible. That's right, Veronica. Hulk smash it. Yes, I'm watching the Super Bowl with my uncle Zach. Moster Investigate, good evening to you. It is Men at Work, okay. BVD, are those still around? You got my BVDs. Are they out of business? I don't think I see them anymore. Dylan, I am skipping the UFC. I usually go to Hooters with a buddy of mine to watch it, but I've had a stomach ache for a good portion of the day. It's finally getting better. Like, I don't want to go to Hooters and then have to, you know, do the deed. I'd rather go home court for stuff like that. I don't like playing the visitors court if I gotta, boop. Yeah, exactly, Veronica. Augustine, if the Spurs lose tonight, that'll be 12 straight losses. The team record right now is 13, which I believe is by the 96-97 team. So I don't want to see that. I know you guys want us to get the top draft pick, but man, I don't want to set a team record for losses in a row. Trey Jones, runner is off the rim. Zach Collins' putback is no good, and it is Atlanta Hawks ball. Crap. Anyway, Dejounte Murray with the ball in three-point land, guarded by Malcolm Brandon. We'll get into John Collins. Collins pull-up jumper over KJ is no good, and we're going to have a late whistle. The pay-per-view tonight, that's Islam versus Volkanovski, isn't it? I looked at the card. The rest of the card, too, didn't really do a lot for me. I was like, problem with the UFC, especially those smaller guys in the main event, is they usually almost always go 5 rounds. And that means the UFC won't get over until about 1 o'clock, 1:15. Which means I'm not getting home till late at 1:30 or later. I'm like, no, I don't want to be up that late tonight. I didn't sleep well last night. I was up at like 5 a.m. this morning and could not fall back asleep. I'm not staying up till 1. 9-point lead's the biggest lead of the game, I believe. 7:18 to go in the third quarter. The Kings are finally good again. Actually, they are. Well, it's a turnover for Keldon Johnson. Now we're going to have a whistle. Double dribble. It is a turnover. Kings Bucks final. No chance. I will be rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. What I did not realize, that Philadelphia defense, they have 4 players with 10 or more sacks this season. That is absolutely ridiculous. If they can get pressure on Mahomes, Philadelphia is going to get their second Super Bowl in the last decade. I'm rooting for KC because I can't root for Philly. I think Philly's defense is going to get them the win. That's, but then again, this is Patrick Mahomes. He plays a fantastic game, keeps the turnovers at a minimum or none, then Casey can definitely win. First free throw is good for John Collins. He's at the line for 2, if I forgot to say so. Bogdanovich checking in. As a Suns fan, I don't like it. Rooting for Kings. I hear you, Calvin. The Rockets, do you think they're choking intentionally, Joshua, or just a bad team? Wemby is incredible. He would turn our franchise around immediately. Veronica, what? How, as a Dallas Cowboys fan in the world, are you rooting for the Eagles? KBD for 3, no good. How? Branham gets the ball back for the Spurs. A little putback is good. I'm in shock right now. How? Clint Capella in the paint. Double pump, throws it up, no good. Fell down, look for the foul, not going to get it. KBD will bring it up for the Spurs, down by 9, 75-66 with 6 minutes and some change to go. Devontae Graham is checked in for San Antonio. Pick and roll at Zach Collins. Gets it over to KBD, thinks about the 3, instead takes off into the paint. And I think we're going to have a foul. I thought KBD just traveled too. They said on the TV a Hawk must have hit the ball because he went up for 2 steps and came right back down again. But I think somebody touched the ball. Are the Suns the favorite now after the trade? Cruz possibly. KBD at the line for 2. 2 shots. Yeah, I would think with KBD, KBD's at the line, makes the first free throw. With Kevin Durant on the Suns, yeah, they got to be one of the favorites in the Western Conference now. Second free throw is good. She's rooting for a winner. She's tired of rooting for a loser. Oh, Joshua. Joshua Cherry, a.k.a. Sugar Day Cherry. Right. Hawks ball. John Collins out to Dejounte Murray, and he hits the 3 against his old team, getting the lead back to 10. KBD greater than KD facts. Sure. Kellen Johnson drives, left-hand layup is good. He's got at least 20 now, probably over 20. Him and Sohan. DeAndre Hunter with the ball in 3-point land, crossover dribble. Stops and turns the ball over, throws it right into the hands of Devontae Graham. Graham sprints up the court, stops, pops, takes that quick 3. Terrible shot. Al is rushed. Was not necessary after the turnover. Murray's going to drive in the paint. Good. Off the glass. Spurs ball. Under 5 minutes ago, 80-70. Zach Collins into the paint and traveled. That's another turnover for Zach. I think it's like 4. About how I'm feeling right now. It's great to be back, Nick. Graham helping us tank. Maybe Prune. What changed? You changed your channel name, my friend. That's what changed. You may have changed it a while back. I haven't been live in a hot minute. So I might not have seen the change or don't remember it. Trae Young into the paint. Capella, dunk, timeout. Biggest lead in the game for the Hawks. They're up by 12. Since we're not making the playoffs for the foreseeable future, I'm making Bucks as my second team. Giannis and Bucks 2023. You know, I can get behind the Milwaukee Bucks because Giannis stayed with the Milwaukee Bucks. He could have left, went to a bigger market, said, no, I'm going to win a championship here. And then he did win a championship there. So I respect that. Cruz, it's good to be back. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've streamed. I mean, I got a lot going on. In a good way, in a darn good way. And I appreciate everybody that stopped in tonight. If we get to 100 thumbs up, is the goal. Great. If we don't, whatever. We're at 75. I'll take it. The Incredible Hulk channel though got to 11 subscribers. All right, the channel's growing. We're up to 11. Hopefully, 100 by the end of February. That'll be the goal. See somebody commenting on my channel. They're concerned who's going to be the next Pop. A lot of you asked that. I don't know who our next coach is going to be. I have no idea. Pop might stick around for another year, another two. And I don't say this to be a jerk. He may just coach until either he's physically not able or until he's no longer with us. All right, Carlos. Good evening, my friend. Vassell? God, I'm thinking at least after the All-Star break and a minimum, maybe longer. How do we get 12 down? Well, you see, the Hawks were putting the circular shaped object, that round thing, into the big donut more times than the Spurs did. And because of this, they now have more points. Timmy can coach. 12 sub. Look at that. Woo! I'm going to have a lot of fun on that Hulk channel. And for those of you that subscribe tonight, hopefully you enjoy the content on there too. If you're a Hulk fan, you're going to like it. I promise you that. The luxury tax should come with a draft penalty. Ooh, I like that. Joshua Primo's not coming back. Becky Hammon, she's under contract, I believe, for 4 more years with Las Vegas. Already a champion herself. No surprise there. Thank you, DJ Team. He is, Adrian. He's going to be one of the biggest high risk, high reward. Nick, the Hulk channel is called Hulk Smash Puny YouTube. There's the link in the chat. I didn't know what else to call it, so I went with something very unique. I don't know. Hulk Smash Puny YouTube. Robert, you might be right. I don't say, Veronica. What was I talking about? He might coach until he's 80. I mean, thank you, Carlos. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the channel. Since Pop's wife passed away, that was a few years ago. I just think he's going to be with the Spurs as long as he can be. Even if he stops coaching, he's still going to be part of the organization. That he'll be with the Spurs until he passes. Turnover by the Spurs. That's also been killing us too, Spurs fans. Just how many live streams have I had where I've said another turnover by the Spurs? Trae Young takes a mile-long three. Did not make it. I don't know how many turnovers we have tonight. We've got to be around 12 or 13 at a minimum right now. Foul on Isaiah Roby. Hawks take the ball back again. Mono would be great. 14th subscriber. All right. Yeah. How about me as the coach of the Spurs? Mongo, I don't think there's any controversy that I know of. Is there? She just won a championship, and wasn't she coach of the year in the WNBA? There shouldn't be any controversy. Trae Young for 3 again. That's no good. I don't know why Trae keeps launching these threes from 4, 5, 6 feet behind the arc. Not very good shot selection, in my humble opinion. Spurs ball. Dominic Barlow. Dish it off to KBD. Now we got a kind of a big lineup in there with Dejounte Graham. We got Sohan, Roby, KBD, Barlow, a bunch of guys, 6'9". That's a missed shot. It's going to be Hawks ball. Austin, 3:16, about to cross our clock. Boop. What? I said 3:16. What? Trae Young will get the ball over to Bogdanovich. He'll launch the shot, and he'll make the shot. Was that a 3? Nope, that was a 2. 84-70, biggest lead for Atlanta of the night. They're up by 14. Dejounte Graham, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball goes into Jeremy Sohan's hands. Sohan out to KBD. He'll launch the 3. KBD with the 3-3-3. I hope not a blowout. If it is, then we'll end the stream a little bit early. Turnover by Atlanta as Trae Young loses out of bounds. Spurs ball. I work for big chefs in San Antonio. Have spent time with all coaches. Edor Messina by far the most intimidating. I mean, Udoka, the coolest. Big ball, yeah, big balls and small balls. What? Devontae Graham fakes the three, takes off into the paint, gets it to Don Barlow. Barlow misses the shot in the paint. Multiple second chance opportunities by the Spurs bouncing the ball around. No good. It is Atlanta's ball. And Trae Young turns the ball over. Man, this is a turnover fest the last few minutes for both teams. Devontae Graham with the ball right now for San Antonio. Gets it into Isaiah Roby. I don't like this lineup at all. Roby throws it up and in. This feels like the tank lineup. I said it. Did not ship Doug McDermott. It's still there. Timeout, Atlanta. Dougie McBuckets is still with the Spurs. I got to think part of him being there is I don't think teams want to take on that $13 million contract. Do you know what? Having a vet on the team, not a bad thing. Having somebody that can actually shoot the three, definitely something that's needed. And even if Dougie's not making the threes, he's very good moving without the ball, so he's causing teams to pay attention to where he is on the court. Dougie forever and ever. The next coach of the San Antonio Spurs, Doug McDermott. This quarter, the Spurs are shooting 21% from the field. Veronica, you asked what happened? 21% from the field and 6 turnovers this quarter. That's 6 turnovers in the game. 6 turnovers this quarter. By the way, friends, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it. Fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. Thank you for tuning in with me, Selena Gomez, Chuck Norris, Triple H, and Coyote. Hope you're having one for me. Yep, tank lineup. Steven Jackson, our next head coach? Nah, I doubt it. David Robinson, the next head coach of the Spurs. That'd be great. Timmy, I don't think Tim wants it. It'd be great to see somebody like Tim Duncan or Manu Ginobili as a Spurs coach. I don't think it's in the cards. Zeke's not coming back. Ezekiel Elliott not coming back to the Cowboys. I turn away for a second, and somebody just hit a bucket for the Hawks and make it back to 11 with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Trey Jones check back in for the Spurs and immediately turns the ball over. 7 turnovers this quarter for the Spurs. Seven turnovers in the third quarter. Wow. Trae Young drives, throws it up, gets fouled. No foul. Just knocked out of bounds. Wow. You know what? I like that the refs are letting them play tonight. There hasn't been what I feel like a ton of free throws. That's good. I like a nice physical game. Swallow the whistles. Let them play. Brandon's had some big games, DJ. Bogdanovich with the pull-up jumper, no good. The 3 of his last 5 games, he's had 20 points or more, I believe. So he's slowly breaking out. Who's not breaking out? Isaiah Roby. He has the ball right now. Takes off, loses the ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay Spurs ball. I was getting ready to say another turnover with the Spurs. Nice, Malongo. Gooseby, I don't know how many turnovers we have for the game. I know we got 7 this quarter. It's Tony. Nice, Mr. Z. Good evening, Leonardo. Trey Jones with the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Drives to the paint. Pull-up jumper. Swish. Spurs hanging around. Hawks up by 9. Spurs just kind of hanging in there. Trae will launch it over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich with the quick shot. Good. Was that a 3? Yep. That one hurt. 12-point lead for Atlanta. Trey Jones drives into the paint. Runner off the rim. No good. A lot of contact. No whistle. The refs are letting the guys play. Love it. Trae Young with the ball again. Out in 3-point land. Drives. Runner is no good. He is fouled. He's going to the line for 2. Just as I was talking about no fouls, he gets fouled by Isaiah Roby. Going to go on the line for 2 free throws. Which I believe he makes 1. 13 points would be the biggest. Oh, no. Non-shooting foul? It just said Jeremy Sochan only has 2 points in the second half. That's non-shooting foul. Jeremy had 18 in the first half. Not getting really too many touches here in the second half. Trae Young, nice bounce pass, and finished that. And Yeki Onkagwu with a layup at the rim. The Hawks are up by 14, which I think ties their biggest lead. Spurs can hold. Nope, no, they can't. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Trae Young way out in three-point land by the State Farm Arena logo, looking for a pick and roll with Jeremy Sochan. No pick, no roll. Jones back out to Sochan. Sochan's going to take a long three. Air ball. That's back-to-back air ball threes for Jeremy Sochan. Ay. Not the shot we should be looking for at the end of the quarter. I agree, Joshua. We get the ball in. Trae Young throws it up. Not going to count. There's a half second on the clock. I can't get a half second on my clock, so I'll just call it. Hawks are in the bonus. Was that a foul? Is Trae Young going to the line for two? He is. 2 shots for Trae Young. Crap! He was fouled. Biggest lead of the game, 15. They're showing Isaiah Roby, so I'm guessing the foul is on him. Yay. Trae Young, 17 points, 14 assists. Not too shabby. Made them both. Oh, boy. And you got to think some of our guys got to be tired from last night in that double OT loss to the Detroit Pistons. Kelvin and Trey and Jeremy should be fine. They didn't play, but some of the other guys might be gassed. Though I say that, and I look at like 80s and 90s NBA players, and then I look at like Allen Iverson, played 40 minutes a game every year for like a decade. We played 42 to 43 minutes a game. Jordan played 40 minutes a game. And those players also played 82 games a year. Well, not Iverson, but Jordan did. Just, I don't know, I'm rambling. Somebody already asked when Devin's coming back. I have no idea, Leonardo. Hopefully sooner than later. We could use him. Victor or Scoot, I'd be happy with either Cruz. If we draft first overall, I got to think we're going Victor Wembanyama. I can't imagine any scenario. It is extremely high risk because of his injuries with his size. It's also extremely high reward. Good evening, Glaze and Bacon. Thank you for stopping in. Spurs down by 16. One of the Thompson brothers, we will draft, I'm sure, if we draft third or late. Well, I shouldn't say I'm sure because you never know what the Spurs are going to do. You never know. Come on, Luka Samanic, Joshua Primo, those are both like, what? What? Probably the biggest head scratching. Jeremy Sochan one was kind of expected. The Devin Vassell one was a slight surprise when they drafted him, but I was familiar with him and didn't have a problem with the pick. What was I looking up? I was looking up how many turnovers we had. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. 18. In life, you got it. No, you don't. 18 turnovers for the Spurs. Zach Collins has 5 turnovers in 3 quarters. That type of production was what's going to stop him from being a long-time starter in the NBA. He has struggled on and off with turnovers this year. Damn. 18 turnovers. We have more turnovers than assists. 18 turnovers, 17 assists. Meanwhile, Atlanta has 7 turnovers and 21 assists. That's not a recipe for success, and that's why we're down 16. Wow. We suck with the ball tonight. We suck! All right, that's unacceptable. More turnovers than assists. No, you're not going to win games in the NBA that way. The Hawks fans are having fun. I'm sure they are. Their team's up by 16. I have a feeling. I'm in a commercial break. I have a feeling the game is back, and the NBA League Pass is not showing the game. So I'm going to start the clock. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. 18 seconds in. Spurs ball. I called it. We missed about 20 seconds. Thanks, NBA Pass. They've been bad about that lately. Being in a commercial while the game is being played. Splays and Bacon, I went over that a little bit. The main reason is not as much free time. The biggest difference this year, more so than in the last few months of last year, and I was streaming last year, but more so now than ever, the two big changes in my life. No, there's none of Miss TSR Sports. I wish. Life has changed because in 2020-21, things were locked down because of the 1-9 going around. Stanley Johnson for 3. And I wasn't going to comic shows, hanging out with friends as much. I'm doing all that again. I'm out a lot, out and about. Got plans immediately after this game. And I also have started gaming again. Picked that up on an Xbox Series S last summer. So I just don't have the free time I had in 2020-21. That's the biggest thing. Hawks ball, missed 3. Dejounte Murray with the ball right now, gets it into the paint. And Congo with a little jumper. Hawks up 15. Jeremy needs 5 more assists to get a triple-double. I don't think he's going to get it. Hawks backcourt. Trae Young has like 15 assists. Cruz. Dejounte Murray kind of putting up a dud tonight against his old team. Speaking of Murray, he gets it to Nkago, and he throws down a two-way and a dunk. Biggest lead of the night for the Hawks, up by 17. Yep, that unacceptable. Don't play Fortnite, Joshua. Right now, my go-to is Rogue Company. I know it's not a popular game, but I do like it. I'm also playing Monster Hunter Rise, as that just came out for the Xbox. I'm an Xbox Game Passer. I'm playing Halo Infinite with friends. Murray pull-up jumper, good. I told you, my achievement score is 130,000, and that's with 4 years off from gaming. What do you think about that? It's the most out of my friends. I'm not an achievement hunter anymore at all. I try to get one a day for the Xbox Bing rewards. Malachi Branham drives in the paint, throws up the layup. No good. It is Hawks ball, 99-82, 9:45 to go. Murray, fast break into the paint. Good. And the Hawks are about to go up by 20 if we don't... I don't have any 2K games. July, I wish I could in real life. Believe you me. Trey Jones, bank shot off the glass is good. Shades of Tim Duncan. I don't have any basketball games, and I don't think they're on Game Pass with the EA Play thing. Spurs get the turnover on a fast break. Alley-oop to Malachi Branham, and the alley-oop layup is good. 101-86. Spurs not giving up yet. I don't think Dejounte Murray's happy with the Hawks. Yeah, we do, Cruz. That's okay, though. Murray for 3. Swish. 18 points, 8:52 to go. That's not bad at price, Goose. I'm not really a sports gamer anymore. Zach Collins for 3, no good. I used to be in the 90s and 2000s, but I'm mostly shooters now. Mostly shooters. Zach Collins with the post-up jump shot, no good. The Spurs missed a 3, got the ball back. Collins with another jumper, no good. Hawks on the run. Murray's going to take another 3. That's no good. Malachi Branham with the defensive rebound. 104-86, 8:15 to go in the game. Kellen Johnson's going to launch a 3. He can't buy a 3, man. He can't buy a 3. AB! TWT random drop. Salute to you. AB, yes, I'm definitely covering this game. I haven't been putting up a ton of content over the last month. Been busy with life. I have 4 YouTube channels now. This is the only one that's monetized. One's my music channel, which has been around for over a year. That's for fun. I've got the gaming channel, which is just for fun, and then I started an Incredible Hulk channel today because I just want to do it. You know, I was thinking, like, what's the one thing that I've liked the longest in my life since I was 2 years old, but I'm not doing a channel on. It's a channel I should have started years ago, really. I'm having a blast doing that. Just started today, actually. Calvin into the paint, throws to the layup, gets hit multiple times. He is going to go to the line for two shots. There we go. I have an Xbox Series S. Jordan Leonardo. Michael Jordan. It is Joshua. I'll watch it at some point. I might just wait until the season's over. Because when the Spurs, even though I'm not covering the Spurs a lot, I'm still watching almost all the games. And when the Spurs season ends, that's going to free up a lot of time. Kellen's first free throw is no good. Good evening, J Money. Yeah, AJ, it kind of is. Oh, all right. Here's a link to the Hulk channel. It's going to be clips from all his movies, the Avengers movies, the Hulk with Eric Bana, the Hulk with Edward Norton, the TV show, the TV movies. There'll be some comic book stuff on there, some Hulk gaming. I talked to you guys earlier. I have not seen any of the She-Hulk TV show, minus a 20-second clip, maybe 30-second clip. So I might do some reaction videos to those. Bogdanovich drives, misses the layup. Stanley Johnson with the ball. Spurs down by 17. Oy, oy, oy. Keldon with the ball right now. Dribbling all over the place, gets into Zach Collins. Collins with the jumper in the paint, good. And Atlanta's going to call timeout. Capella still in? I don't think so. And yet Yankog was in, so I don't think they play at the same time. My hometown Atlanta Hawks need to stop shooting. Dante, they're throwing up a. Trae Young's a great player, but some of those really quick pull-up threes, 6 feet behind the arc, the Steph Curry type of play, I don't like seeing that. None of my channels are linked. TLGS, the gaming channel's right here. I'll drop the link again. I believe that's the link. It's got to be. People have been subbing tonight. Yeah, that's a channel. So the link is right there, my friend. Just put it in for you. Charles Bassey is inactive due to when I saw your where is he, my natural thought was to where is he? Christian Bale Batman. Bassey's inactive. I'd like him to be the backup center for the rest of the year just to see what the kid has. Because he's showing flashes, and he's the hardest shot blocker on the team by far. And what I mean by that is when he blocks it, it's just not Olay block. He's like, poof, in the stands, get that out of here type of block. So at the moment, I'm not sure when I'm going live next. Look at the Spurs schedule while we're in a timeout. This is fun. I won't be able to stream like I used to on a regular basis, but jumping on once in a while. I am definitely doing the Hawks game versus the Spurs on March 19th. I know that's looking far ahead, but I want to do the Dejounte Murray return to San Antonio for the first time. I know my days of streaming games at 10 and 10:30 are probably out of the question. I don't know. The Mavericks game could be fun on February 23rd. Luka Doncic is a fun, Mavs are stacked right now. That could be a fun game to do. The Hawks game next month. I don't know. We'll see. Our season ends on April 9th. And yes, our season ends April 9th. We're not making the play-in. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. We're not. There's no chance we're making the play-in. I mean, the Jazz right now are the 10th seed, and they have 14 more wins than us. Not making that up. Remember when the Jazz were like in first or second place? The Suns are 31 and 27. They're in fifth place, but I got to think they're going to move up the standings once Kevin Durant's playing full time for them. The Nuggets, I didn't realize we're still the first best team in the Western Conference. Celtics over in the Eastern Conference. We're going to see the Celtics or Bucks or 76ers, I'm sure, in the NBA Finals. I don't see anybody else overtaking them. Western Conference, I mean, the Nuggets are the best team, so record-wise, they're the team to beat. Thank you, Veronica. Yeah, Chris, I mean, I don't get Bogdanovich drops a deuce. I mean, Murray said some good things and bad things about the Spurs. Whatever. He might get booed at first and then they cheer him later. Stanley Johnson fights in the paint. Finally kicks it out, and that three-pointer is no good by Malachi Branham. It'll be Hawks ball. 6:40 to go, 17-point lead. Was Ken Burch released? I think was he? Honestly, don't know. John Collins, oh boy. 20-point lead. Collins with a three from the corner. Yeah, Dallas versus San Antonio should be a fun one. I might have to do that one. And we're going to have a foul on the Hawks. I think it's on John Collins. Favorite to win? Win it all? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I've been so circled in on the Spurs this year, or focused on the Spurs only when it comes to basketball. Even though the content's been lighter in 2023, it's the only team I'm following. I mean, LeBron broke the points record. Don't care. Whatever. A lot of the big trades that weren't Spurs related. Whatever. Devontae Graham with the three after the inbound pass. He does have a quick trigger. Dwayne Dedman, he might be on the bench. I'm not sure. July 26th, I hope to cover draft day. I just got a thing from Comcast that 2 years my cable to get them back would only be $55 a month. So that's very intriguing. And I need cable to cover the draft. Trae Young misses another long three. Spurs ball. Stanley Johnson sprints up the court. A little bit of a Euro step layup. Good. Nice job by Stanley Johnson. Spurs cut the lead to 15. That's where I'm at, Joshua. No, Diego, no UFC tonight. I don't want to go to Hooters. I don't feel like being out till 1:30 tonight. I was up very early today and did not sleep well. Bogdanovich for three. And Spurs just running out of time now. Dedman was waived, but okay, thank you, AB. I thought one of them was gone. I didn't see you scored that for the Spurs. Admittedly, my focus is shifting away from the game to talk to you guys because we're down by 18. So, barring a miracle, this will be the Spurs' 12th loss in a row, which would be the second longest losing streak in San Antonio Spurs history. Trae Young jumper in the paint, good, and under 5 minutes now. You aren't kidding, Zach. A lot of fine print. I don't have time to read those contracts. You know who needs to read those fine print contracts? The players. Stanley Johnson almost turns the ball over. Spurs get the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. And Isaiah Roby almost turns the ball over. Spurs get the ball back again. We're going to have a foul. Is it on the Spurs or the Hawks? 114.96. I agree, Leonardo. Diego Sohan just coming back. Oh, I think it's on Roby. He just grabbed DeAndre Hunter's ankle. That's got to be on the Spurs. Yeah, it is. Sohan's coming back from injury, so he's probably on a minutes restriction, and he hasn't played particularly well in the second half. Couple airball threes, so that also is probably why he's not playing. All right, we do have 3 months until the lottery. Hawks ball. And another whistle. Let's see, we find out when the lottery picks are, I believe, in May. The lottery results are revealed, and then the draft is in June. Then we got free agency and trades in the summer. So, I mean, they'll still be. I'm still covering the Spurs. Clearly, I'm doing a live stream tonight. Just not at the high level that I was, especially in 2020 and 21. But maybe that'll change. We'll see. It all depends on time and life. Chuck Persons was an NBA player. Easy E. Gosh, you know, I'm thinking of Snoop Dogg, and he said some horrible things about Easy E back in the old Dr. Dre CDs. 20-point game. Yeah, it's J Money. May 16th, we find out. It's like during halftime during a playoff game, usually around during halftime or before one of the games now. I don't remember. Do they do it at 8 o'clock or is it randomly at halftime? I prefer they do it before a game. I think it's before the game now. Roby for three. No. I'll be rooting for the Chiefs, J Money. I cannot root for the Eagles. What's up, Nicholas Duval? How's that? Trae Young drives in the paint, gets by the entire Spurs defense, layup good. And we are officially in garbage time. We were kind of already there. Now we're really there. Totally in there. Nah, Clint Capella's not in there. He's not coming back. That's a foul on the Hawks. I think Clint's sitting the rest of the game out. This game is over, Nick. Nothing is over. You just don't turn it off. Yeah, Spurs getting shellacked tonight. It's okay. I appreciate where that stopped in, and I think we can probably call it a night here. We're down 22 points with 3:40 to go. I mean, the game is over. Should I stick around? I mean, what do you guys think? We did. We looked good in the first half, at your boy Rico. The same thing we see most of the year. Spurs start off strong and just fade, 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 and that's what I'm thinking, Nick. I have plans at 10 o'clock. I can start them early. Um, it was fun hanging with you guys. That's for sure. And you guys, like, subscribe to the Hulk channel. I'll drop it in the comments one last time if anybody's a Hulk fan. No, Clint Capella's not coming back, DeAndre. The games. I'll tell you what. I'll stick around till 9:45. How's that? Deal? The game might be over by then. I don't know. Yes, Zach. I do still play Magic: The Gathering. I have 78 Commander decks. Go join your friends. Leave me just. Oh, Dylan. Ooh, ouch. Right there with you though. My dad pieced out it when I was 4 years old. Yes, the pick rolls over to next year, and I think somebody said the pick is not protected for next year. Thank you, T said. Appreciate that. Well, Nicholas, my mom is no longer with us. She's been gone for almost 6 years now, so no, you cannot. I, well, I don't want to say till the end, Mr. Z. You know, Popovich did say, AB, he wishes the NBA games were 36 minutes, and if that was the case, we'd have a winning record. I did see that interview clip. He's doing some trolling, and then he said he can't wait to. He hopes the NBA makes a 4-point shot and a 5-point shot, so it can be a total circus. I know you're referencing Devontae Graham. I don't think he has that many. Why is Roby even playing? Veronica, I had such high expectations for him. I didn't expect him to be an all-star this year. And I'm like, man, Isaiah Roby, this guy's gonna be like, give us 12 to 13 points per game off the bench. No, no, not even close. Oh, that's all right, Nicholas. I you had no way of knowing. Just somebody just texted me like, "Hey, I'm going to Hooters." I'm like, nope, definitely not. Oh my gosh, come on, J Money, what are you doing? You have access to Google. Dominic Barlow's at the line for two. Two shots. Makes the first free throw. I feel bad. My friend's like, "Hey, let me late going to Hooters." I'm like, I'm not going. I just heard him say all four of the Spurs 19-year-olds played tonight, which would be Dominic Barlow, Blake Wesley, Jeremy Sohan, and Malachi Branham. So that's cool. But Dejounte Murray is still in the game. Why? The Hawks are up by 20. Collins pull up jumper, no good. Clint Capella's back in the game. He gets an offensive rebound. He missed the putback. That's a rebound for Capella. DeAndre Hunter for three. Ugh, jeez. Down by 23 now. Hunter with 24 points. Blake Wesley pull up jumper, no good. John Collins with the rebound. I am shocked the Hawks have their starters in there. Trae Young, John Collins, Clint Capella's back in the game. DeAndre Jordan. Their whole starting lineups in there. DeJounte, Trae Young runner is an air ball. Hunter gets the ball, gets to Collins. Collins whips it into Trae Young, and the alley-oop dunk is blown by Clint Capella. Spurs got all their backups in there. Isaiah Roby drives to the paint, gets the layup, and the Spurs get to 100 at least. We throwing noodles up at the wall, right? I'm really shocked Atlanta's got their starters in there. Collins for three. Nope. Isaiah Roby with the rebound. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. Excuse me. Gorgie Zhang. Gets it over to Barlow. Barlow back to Brandon for three. Malachi Brandon for three. Spurs making a comeback with 2 minutes to go. I don't I was up at like 4:45 this morning and could not fall back asleep, so I'm not going to Hooters till 1:30 in the morning. Brandon for three again. That one's no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They're not, and the stars are coming out for Atlanta finally. Well, Spurs are down by 18 with 143 to go, so I think this is a good place to wrap it up, my friends. Uh, no, they didn't. TLGS. Appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. Everybody that joined the Hulk channel, thank you so much. And uh, no, they got all the bench players in, and the game is over. Come on, we're not coming back from 18 with a minute and a half left. That's impossible. Reggie Miller's not out there, or Tracy McGrady to score a ridiculous amount of points in only seconds. Pull up jumper by whoever that guy is. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night, my friends. Thank you for stopping. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so on the way out. And, well, hopefully this doesn't turn out to be the Spurs' worst season in their team history. Nope, Rome was not built in a day. That's all I got, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, what you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!